Girls and boys, it is math time. We are in Chapter 12, Lesson 2. I'm not going to walk you through these pages, but this video will help you complete Lesson 2 on your own. So we're looking at sides and angles. And let's get a closer look at what these are because they'll help us understand shapes. So an angle is a point shared by two lines. Or if you look at the right side, an angle. It's formed by two sides meeting on a two-dimensional shape. Now you can see there's a glowing dot here. We'll call that a point. There's really nothing smaller than a point. We can't break it up. And I'm going to make a second point. So now I've got 2 points, and I'm going to connect them. Now we have a line. This is not a shape yet. We just have 2 points and a line. I'm going to put another point there and draw another line. We still don't have a shape, but we have a point, another point, a third point, and 2 lines. And now we have an angle, but we still don't have a shape. Well, it looks like we're getting very close to making a triangle. What do we need to do to complete it though? Because you can see the bottom part is still open. Right. We have to close it. Now that we've closed it, we still have our angles. And how many lines do we have? We have 3 lines. But you know what? Now that the shape is closed, we don't need to call them lines anymore. They're going to have a new name because they're part of a closed shape. And we're going to call them sides. All right. Well, let's see. I see 3 angles and I see 3 sides. And if we have 3 angles and 3 sides, we have a triangle. It's a closed shape. We had 3 lines and 3 points, and when we closed it, we made angles and sides. And that's how we made our triangle. Let's move on to something else. Now, a quadrilateral is a square or rectangle, has 4 sides and 4 angles. And you can see I started with 4 points, I made 4 lines, now it's a closed shape. So a quadrilateral can be a square, a rectangle, a rhombus, which is a diamond, a trapezoid, and I know I still owe you a trapezoid story, but I'm going to save it. Okay, so we're looking at our quadrilateral, and a good way to remember quadrilateral is think about the Spanish word for 4, cuatro. Quad or cuatro means 4, okay? And let's just make sure we've got our 4 angles. There's one, there's another one, and there's another one again. 2 lines are meeting at a point. That means we have an angle. Let's move on. Well, at the top here it says a pentagon has 5 sides and 5 angles. Well, we can see, well, it's not a pentagon yet because that shape isn't closed. So we have 4 lines. Once we close it though, once we close that shape, there we go. Now we have a pentagon. We have 5 sides and we have 5 angles. Pentagons are very, very cool things. There are triangles hiding inside of them. There are stars hiding inside of them. You could spend a really long time doing fun stuff with pentagons. But we're not going to stop there. See if you can figure this one out. How many sides do you see? I'm sure you can put your finger on the screen and count. Why don't we do that together? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, well, we've got 6 sides, which also means we have 6 angles, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm not sure who watched the shapes video from a few weeks ago, but I taught you that hex or sext means 6. And gon means angles. So, what do we have here, guys? Right, we have a hexagon. And I love this shape. There's a lot of cool stuff that we can do with this one. And hexagons are everywhere. We even see them in nature, like in honeycombs. Okay? They're beautiful. And inside of them are trapezoids and parallelograms and triangles and all sorts of cool stuff. So, how many sides and angles does a hexagon have? Right. If you look at shapes long enough, you can find lots of cool things, lots of hidden shapes. They're fun to explore, and you can learn a lot of math just by playing with shapes. I mean, if you look at a soccer ball, there are lots of pentagons on them. Have you ever noticed that? And I wonder what the other shapes are between these pentagons. Oh, and of course, this thing here is a rectangle. And we said rectangles are also called what? Right, they're called quadrilaterals. And a square, that's a type of rectangle and a type of quadrilateral. And half of a quadrilateral is a triangle. Because triangles are everywhere. Boys and girls, I hope you enjoyed this little slideshow on shapes. And good luck with your homework. And I'll see you tomorrow. The end. Maybe.